Alright, we got a dirty job today. We got this F-150 Platinum here from good old Canada, and it's rusty. And the customer wants it undercoated before they buy it, so I'm going to show you how to descale and undercoat for about $40. We're going to be using this Rustoleum undercoating. It's about $7 a can, and I like the result it gives, and it's really easy to use, so let's go with it. Let's just do a before walk around the truck underneath. All those nasty rusty control arms, and rusty belly pans, and rusty drive shafts. Incredibly rusty exhaust bolts. And not too terrible back here. Leave the truck in neutral so you can spin the drive shaft. Just use a regular drill with a wire brush attachment. And then just go in for the rust. It's not imperative that you get all the rust off. You just want to get rid of the light, flaky stuff so that the undercoating has a solid base to adhere to. Rust is a chemical reaction, and if the electrolyte's not present, then the rust won't spread. So you don't have to worry about it rusting underneath the undercoating unless moisture gets under the undercoating. So as long as your undercoating is solid, this will stop the rust. Blow all this junk out with compressed air. Make sure you're being extra careful around the rubber boots, tie rods, CV axle, and ball joint, and everything else. That's about all this control arm needs. Let's do this belly pan. Harder to reach spots, so I just go in the screwdriver and knock it loose. You could use a little mini handheld wire brush, but the screwdriver does a pretty good job of knocking loose nasty stuff. I think this front drive shaft could use some sprucing up. Be careful around any trans cooler lines, especially if you're using this power wire brush, because this can eat through these lines pretty easily. Once you've got all the accessible parts of the drive shaft done, rotate one of the wheels, and then I'll spin the drive shaft. You can get the other side. Cross member is not too bad, but it could use a little bit. Be especially careful around wiring harnesses and things like that. Exhaust brackets are pretty bad. curious to see how much of this nut we lose. That used to be a nut for this exhaust clamp. I say a couple gallons of PP Blaster, you could probably get that to turn. Let's hit these body seams. This is where rust really starts to cause a problem. Thin sheet metal. I can start working on this drive shaft. Wow, that yoke looks almost new. This one looks like it should be interesting. Close enough. I'm gonna spin one of the tires. Take the drive shaft. Let's hit the other side. Once you got everything wire brushed to your satisfaction, it's time for the fun stuff. Take this, shake the hell out of it. I have to blow everything out with compressed air. Start undercoating. 6 cans down. Okay, it allowed it to dry overnight, so this is the after walk. Yeah, everything looked great. The customer loved it. Not bad.